Hey guys, Faraway Phantom here, back with a brand new video on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the Halo Infinite reveal for the gameplay, and yeah, let's get into this. If you end up enjoying this, can you smash a like and subscribe so my channel grows? And 200 subs special coming, it's on its way. Now of course let's talk about the trailers and the gameplay demo that they gave us. So first off, I'm pretty sure everyone was really impressed by the trailer that's on screen right now. Because this one was just amazing cinematically and all that, but after this, it gets a little bit more rocky, you know? The trailer in the background was very visually stunning, and if they made, even a little bit of the cutscenes in the gameplay this stunning, that would be amazing, but it just doesn't really seem so right now, and it seems like maybe the Xbox One is holding back the potential for this game's visuals on the Xbox Series X because it has to be cross-platform, which in turn means that they have to develop so it actually runs on the Xbox One smoothly. And of course I understand, developing a Halo game that's open world, or any game that's open world in that manner, must be like extremely difficult, but or even any game in general, but like, dude, these graphics, I don't know, man, they don't even match up to Halo 2 Anniversary, which came out in 2014. And that could run on the Xbox One with mostly no problems, so I don't really see how this could be the graphics, honestly. So I'm really hoping that they're actually still in development of the graphics, which they probably are, because the inside scenes and like the pelicans and stuff, that looks amazing. I like how that looks. I'm pretty sure most people like how that looks. So this might just be a lighting problem, but there were some weird texture pop-ins that Digital Foundry actually broke down in their video. And they broke down like why people are a little bit disappointed in these graphics. I have to say though, I don't entirely hate the graphics. I mean, I really like the art style that they're going with, but I felt like the elites were just a little bit too small. Like, I like how they're more slim than they have been in more recent Halo games, because they're more like elegant, I guess. But at the same time, dude, they look like toys. Like, their armor looks so completely glossy. It looks like they're made out of plastic. Like, I don't know, I'm just getting the vibe from this game that everything looks like it's made out of plastic when it really shouldn't, and it just seems like a problem graphically. I really did like the environments though. I think the environments looked great, especially when you actually watch the video that they posted of the gameplay, because on the live stream, it just didn't do it justice, because it kind of, the bit rate was lower than the actual video, so it kind of smeared a little bit, and it was a little bit choppy for some people, so yeah, that wasn't very great. But all in all, the graphics on the scenery actually looks really good. I think the guns look like they're a little bit brand new. It looks like 343 just took everything, put it in a dishwasher or something, and just like spit it out after glossing it up. Like, everything just looks so perfect, when in reality it shouldn't, because this is a war zone. For instance, right now, when Master Chief pulls out his assault rifle, his MA-40 I think it is, it just looks so rubbery. I don't know, it looks like it's made out of rubber or plastic, and it just hasn't been scratched. Like, it looks so matte black. Like, I don't know, it just looks so weird. Everything looks super unfinished, and apparently this build of the game was from a little while ago, according to Chris Lee that works at 343. The Phantom you see on the screen too looks a little bit janky, I'd say, and up close the resolution of the textures on it just look not acceptable for an Xbox Series X game, like at all, unless they're trying to go for a cartoony look, which I really hope they're not. Honestly, I played Halo Wars 2, which is an RTS game, and that's the first time this kind of phantom in the sky showed up, and it looked great in that game because you don't see it like all the time, but like in a normal Halo game, this just looks weird. Like, I don't know, like, they should probably just take the normal, like, Halo 3, Halo Reach, Halo 4 Phantom design, right? And they should just, switch it up a little bit, make it red, add some metal armor plates that are all jagged and stuff. That would be great. Like, it would look like it was just put together. It would really just look like the brutes just threw it together, which is, I think, what the Banish should be. That's what the Banish really is at the end of the day. Also, one minor complaint I have is that the grenades, their explosions, at least the plasma grenades, their explosions look just like completely opaque, which makes sense because, I guess it's technically like plasma in the air, but I don't know, in the other games you could at least somewhat see through it, but in this it seems like it's like a flashbang almost. Like, it just blocks out your view entirely for a few seconds, or not a few seconds, but for like a few split seconds. Again, this is just a minor gripe, but it just makes the game look a little bit cartoonish when it's just completely like super vibrant and taking up your view. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the brute design, which, I mean, I hate how their faces look. I'm sorry. I mean, I know there's like the Craig and Gregory meme where it has like their face frozen because apparently they don't really have facial expressions yet, at least in this build of the game. But I mean, in general, even if they did, I just don't like this kind of brute design, but I can get over that. I don't really care that much at the end of the day. Because, I mean, I think the Halo 3 one looked a lot more menacing and animalistic, which is kind of what they are, you know. They call themselves packs, so it's like they're dog-like apes in a way. I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but in Halo 2, for example, they looked like knockoff Wookiees, and then in Halo 3, they look like these crazy, menacing, animalistic monsters. But then in Halo Wars 2, they looked, you know, pretty much the same as they do in this game, where they have, like, no neck. They look like, I don't know, to me, they look like gray ogres without ears. I mean, honestly, dude, just add some ogre ears and make them green, and they look like ogres. They look so generic. Man, I miss the old design, but whatever. I think their armor looks pretty cool. It's a little bit less detailed than I'd like, but that's fine. I mean, I hope they fix that up. It's probably a lighting problem, actually, because it, you know, everything looks super vibrant. If they just made it a little bit more gritty, I feel like a lot of the textures would pop out more. Also, about the Halo Wars 2 brutes, at least they had hair, you know? These guys are completely shaved. Like, there's no hair on their face at all, which is just weird because they're super hairy in all the other games, or they at least had some hair in all the other games. Like Halo 3, they were pretty much shaved, but they at least had like a goatee and a mohawk, you know? They at least had some hair, but now it just looks super awkward to see them like clean shaven. That's pretty much all my gripes when it comes to this game's demo, until it comes to the section where it has like the hologram of the brute Escharum, and he looks like he's straight out of an Xbox 360. Alright, I'm sorry, it honestly looks a little bit worse than an Xbox 360, because at least they had more detail on the faces, even if it was more low resolution. This is high resolution, but the detail is just not there, which makes it look even worse. Like, I just don't get that. Why does Escharum look so, like, toyish? He just looks like an old dude. Honestly, he just looks like an obese old dude with no neck, and I don't know. It looks like he has a deformation on his face. Like, he just doesn't look brutish, okay? His face is flat. The other brutes in all the other games had some sort of, like, you know, textures, I guess, that popped out, right? But like his character model just looks so like flattened. Like all the details are like two-dimensional, it looks like. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. Like he just looks not detailed. Maybe it's because it's a hologram, but I don't know. And yeah, you can actually see what I'm talking about right now because it's playing in the background as I'm talking. Now, of course, since we're getting near the end of the video, I'm going to talk about what I actually did like a lot, and that would be the scenery. I like how the scenery looks. The textures are popping in and stuff. I don't really like that. They're most definitely going to fix that before they release the game. If they don't, that's going to be a disaster, because you can't have grass popping out when you're not looking at it, and you can still see it pop out on screen when it's like 2 feet away from you. That just looks terrible. But yeah, beyond that, I like the scenery, I like the environment, I like the art style. I like the character models for the most part. I just think they're a little bit flat and need more texture and detail. The lighting needs more work, but sometimes it looked great. Like inside the Pelican, it looked great. Because I think it's dynamic lighting now, so it's like more pixel per pixel kind of processing instead of just having a baked light, which would be something like the sun you would see in other Halo games, or something like that, where it's just like one light source for the most part in the entire mission. I mean, there's some lights, but they don't really affect your character model. In this, I feel like that's going to be different, where like it affects everything that it touches, it being the light rays. Another thing I liked, which is controversial, I guess, is I like the weapon designs. I think the weapons look amazing. I mean, besides their textures, the designs are great, and I'm really excited for the equipment because it's like from Halo 3. I don't really care about sprint, to be honest, as long as it doesn't make vehicle combat like irrelevant and vehicle transporting irrelevant. But sprint doesn't look very fast in Halo Infinite from what I've seen. Just looks like a little bit of a speed boost. That makes me a little bit more happy about it, to be honest. I also really like the sound design. I feel like it sounded really crisp and really clean. It sounded really great. Of course, the Master Chief's armor looks like the best it ever has, almost. I think there's a couple renditions of Spartan armor I like a little bit more, but this one just looks fantastic. I also do approve of the Warthog design. A lot of people like, you know, the Halo 1 through Reach kind of design more, which I kind of do, to be honest. But I also really like the Halo 4 one. I mean, I feel like it looked really good, and I don't really mind it. I think it looks great. I like the gas cans on the back and stuff. It's a nice little detail. Another thing I thought was awesome was that grunts can be thrown by brutes. I think that's awesome, and I think it's hilarious. I also thought it was pretty dynamic that when you shoot a brute's armor plates, like that specific armor plate will fall off. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this game's trailers and graphical demo so far. And I hope you guys really enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe and like the video, and notifications on, maybe? Please. But yeah, besides that, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are having a great day, and see you soon. Peace.